The boys over at Swarovski sent me the new EL Range TA, and TA stands for Tracking Assistant. This is with the new glass in it. They're basically the same glass that's in the NL Pures. So brand new, out of the box, unboxing it here. Of course, it's in normal Swarovski style. It's pretty impressive just being delivered, you know. So I'm gonna go through here and we're gonna play with this a little bit. I'm actually gonna take it out on a hunt this coming up weekend and try some of the features. The TA, the tracking assistant, the technology behind it is basically, if, let's say a good scenario is if you shoot something at last light and, you know, it was a long shot, 500, 600, 700 yards away across the canyon, you can mark it with the rangefinder and it will put a waypoint on your phone. I believe it uses Google Earth. I gotta look, I haven't played with any of it yet, but it drops a waypoint and you can use that to navigate to where the animal is or within the vicinity of where the animal is. So no more, you know, if you're by yourself, or even if you're with a buddy, you leave a buddy. Normally I leave a buddy back to stay behind the binos until I get up to the animal. And even if it gets dark, you know, you can look for flashlights. Okay, you need to go up another 100 yards, whatever. But at least this gives you the opportunity to be able to do that on your own. And hopefully you have a lot less lost game that way. So what's in the box? Obviously the binos. Nice little pouch. Looks pretty neat. Looks like it's got straps where you can adapt it and almost make it like into a, yeah, it's like a carrying case. That's kind of cool. Binos themselves, the EL, it's a nice compact system. They changed the button now for right-handed people. The other thing was it didn't range below, I believe, 30 yards, I think, on the first models. This will go down to, I believe, 7 yards now. Quite extensive of a setup here, so I'm gonna go through all these menus and kind of get everything set up on there. Since I'm not doing a how-to, I'm not gonna go through how to do all that, but I'm gonna get it set up and then I'm gonna show you the functions of the app and all that stuff once I get it set up. So I've downloaded the EL Range app, and one of the really cool things about it is you could actually set up the binoculars through this, you know, set what you want to see on the display, angles, the brightness, if you want it in yards or meters, you know, what temperature you want reading, if you want the barometric pressure, and you could even set up to 3 rifles, the ballistics of each rifle. Which is super cool. And then when you're done, you just hit transfer to EL Range and it transfers everything to you, so you don't have to sit there and scroll through the menu, of the actual binos. The other thing is what we talked about earlier, is that tracking assistant. This thing is super cool. So like I said before, you can use it to, after the shot, you know, track a wounded game or whatever. That's what its intended use is anyway. Once I click on that, you can see I went down the street. I started here at that point right there at the road, and I ranged up 1,340 yards on the mountain. So it drops me a point at where I was and drops me a point of where deer is or whatever, or Google Maps. And as you can see, I ranged up, I don't know if you could see that, this saguaro right here just below that, that is what I ranged up. So it's within, you know, 3-4 yards, and this is a 1,340 yard range. And you can see that imagery on Google Maps is pretty damn phenomenal. So you get a pretty good idea where you need to go to find that, and you can tilt it and do all that stuff like that and look at it like this, which is really cool. A couple of drawbacks. I wish it would give you the GPS coordinates, because then you can use it in one of the software that's like OnX or Base Maps or something that has offline capabilities, because this does not work if you do not have cell phone service. What it will give you, which is still good and still helpful, is that it'll give you the direction and how many yards away you are from it. So you'll be able to walk in that direction and know how many yards you're closing until you get there. But you will not have the map imagery, because Google Maps does not work unless you have cell phone coverage. But the GPS portion of it, which is the direction and the waypoint itself, will still be in the memory of that. All in all, pretty damn cool. I foresee some changes happening in the near future with it, and I know they're talking about even doing a 12 by possibly in that. And if you did a 12 by with this type of glass and a 42, you could probably almost eliminate having to carry 15s, and that be your only bino setup. Oh, we're here at the mountain. Got it set up on the tripod using the strap system, the compression strap system, which, to be perfectly honest with you, it's nice and convenient, but I would rather see you go get a stud pressed in here, and that's what I'm going to do, and use my Outdoorsman. It's a little safer. Here through the binos. Well, we can, but I'm zooming in. 1348. I mean, I'm looking at this mountain right now. Everything's super crisp. Wouldn't even know I'm looking through 10 bys. These are very, very effective for glassing. And the rangefinder's quick, and we're going to check out this tracking assistant, see how that works. So after playing with these EL 1042 TAs for a couple days, I gotta say I'm impressed. They're nice. They're way nicer than the ones that, it's just because they're a little bit lighter, a little bit more comfortable. And of course, the buttons on the right, and then the extra features, of course, are badass. But the glass is considerably better than their first version. They are pretty damn badass, in my opinion. I know that's not real professional to say, but that's my official take on them. They're badass. So go check them out. I'm sure the local retailers will start carrying them here pretty soon. If they don't already have them, get out there, check them out if you're in the market. That TA, the tracking assistant, is badass. It's so cool. It's almost cheating. So, but hey, it's the way of the world, I guess, right now. Everything is gadget centric. So this is a good set of binos. I'm sure you'll like it, and they might help you replace a couple different things you got in your system now.